Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. It is 8 o'clock, according to the clock. And I'm getting a kind of a early start this morning. James Williams has a nuclear stress test. So every one of my Fridays seems like I'm rushing lately to get to one thing or another. So, oh, there goes Cuckoo. Everybody's showing up and showing out this morning. So we're gonna go do that as soon as I'm through filming. Thank you all for your kind thoughts and prayers about Gato, the little stuffed kitty. He did come back to school on Tuesday. We didn't get any reply over the weekend from any of the parents or anything, but unbeknownst to us, one of the little boys in class stayed with his grandma. His older brother was, his brother and mom and them were in Canada for some kind of hockey playoffs or something. I think he's about 9 or 10, the brother is. And so they were there for that. So this little boy stayed with his grandma. Well, the grandma doesn't know how to check the messages on Brightwheel, which is an app we use. And so she didn't know to look and see, any of these messages. So sure enough, Tuesday, we're hanging up backpacks and I'm looking in each one, as they come in, we're looking and looking. Brittany and I are checking and checking. And sure enough, I opened up and there it was, just right down in there. I guess grandma thought it was something, to do with class or something. And she just set it right back down in there. So Gato came home. It was a week of returning cats because I had a cat here at my house on Wednesday that had a tag and an air tag, both on him, and the phone number. So I called and a little girl texted me back. I called and the little girl called me back and said that her parents weren't there, but it was their cat. And they'd been trying to find him. And they're probably easily 2.5 miles from my house. Like 2.5 miles, seriously. The cat was super sweet. It tried to come in the house with my kitties. And I was like, oh, hey, buddy. So I told her, I said, I'm waiting. I have to wait to sign for a package. But as soon as I get that package signed for, I can bring them to you. And I said, I'll text you when I've signed for it. And I said, if you want to meet at a neighbor's house or they have a park in their neighborhood or something like that, so you don't want to give me your address since your parents aren't home, just let me know what you're comfortable with. And, that's what we'll do, okay? And she said, I'll text my parents and see what they want me to do. And I'll tell you, I'll know when you text me that the package has arrived. And so she said, no, my parents said it was okay. I would just meet you outside. And I said, okay. So sure enough, I got there with the cat and she was so happy to see her little kitty cat. So it has been a week of rescuing kitty cats all over town, evidently. At Mary Lou, I want to say 11 below zero. I don't know how y'all make it. And some of y'all had Kendra, 14 below. Yikes. I do hope your husband is getting his strength back too also. But y'all in all that super cold weather, I just do not know how y'all do it. I don't. I absolutely don't. That is too much for me. I think all my whips got a little bit of love this week. My Lucy V. Moore, I worked on a little bit of her box letters. They are so gorgeous. I didn't get a whole ton of them done. I didn't have the bandwidth for it this week. I also got to make cards this week. So on Tuesday night, I was gone also. So I had one less night of stitching time. So I got a little bit more done on my box letters there. She is going to be so gorgeous when she's done. I love her. Absolutely love her. I think that's all I got done on her. I don't think I did any more of her zigzag border stitch. And I keep looking at her thinking I'm a little bit off on the bottom, but I'm not. Every time I look at her, I think I'm off, but I'm not. I guess it's just a different shape of the G and the F. It's crazy. But I keep looking thread by thread, and she's right, but it keeps throwing me off. I think that's why I quit working on it that night, because I kept looking at it and thinking, it's off. But then it wasn't, but it's off, but it's not. So I think that's the reason I stopped at the G that night, because I thought, set it down, and then you can double check the next day. And the next day was my card night. Oh, I was gonna bring my cards in here and show y'all. We always have so much fun making cards with Billy Nail. But I love this piece. Like I said, this is the one I'm gonna do for myself. This will be my mama and my daddy and myself and my sister. So this will be that generation piece on my wall. So that is going to be super nice to have that one finished. I was looking at it the other day and I was like, you know what, you've made pretty good progress on this. And I'm really seriously thinking about moving them in here around this. And I told y'all I'd have this changed this week. I didn't. I did get my porch cleaned, straightened up, and wreath all changed out from winter to spring and all that, but I didn't get this done yet. Oh, and Kathy got to come home and play with me yesterday. So I didn't stitch yesterday, but we had all the fun. We rode the four-wheelers. We did a brain break. What was this one? Oh, he said he wanted a Mutant Ninja Turtle one, but then he saw a Minecraft one. He doesn't know what Minecraft is, but he thought they looked spooky. So he wanted to do the spooky Minecraft brain break. So we did a 20-minute spooky Minecraft brain break. So he loves those. He did get tired at the end. His little allergies, and mine too. I got sick. I didn't get to go clean with my friends on Saturday. I'd started in with like bronchitis and my ears were filling up. I was afraid I had something contagious, but it ended up just being bronchitis and fluid all in my ears. So I was all, dizzy and loopy and everything. But, and I still kind of sound yucky, but the pollen goes up. Man, the pollen goes up and I go down. And he's the same way. I gave it to my kids. Well, James Williams has it too. I guess there was no escaping any of these issues. And he's the same way. Tons of our kids are. They're just draining and draining. It's awful. And we're trying, you're trying to teach them how to blow their nose, which so many of them struggle with. The easiest way I found is to tell them to close their mouth really tight and do like a bull if he's real mad. You know how a bull blows out his nose when he's really mad and like shoots off, like you see he can blow dust around when he's really mad. And that is the closest thing I've found to getting them to figure out how to blow out of their nose and clean it out. That has helped some. We have made some progress on that front, but that's about the only way I figured out, because they will either go like that or they just sit there and just be still and don't move anything. And we're like, oh gosh, there has to be a way. There has to be a way to teach this. And I don't have my iPad. This is my Love All Around by Christy, Salty Stitcher Designs. Hey, Christy. I've got 3 of her things going right now, and I'm loving every one. Like I said, these are my threads. It was supposed to be 778, but my 778 from the 80s is so fadey. Oh, look, thank you, honey. Oh, look. Ask and you shall receive. Looky here. Da 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 da. Yeah. Right here. So this is Love, and it has a small piece like this, and I started on this one like this. Oh no, my Duolingo. I've got motion at the front door, my Duolingo. I know I haven't done my Duolingo yet. I get it. I haven't forgot you, I promise. This is that Love All Around, and I worked on it just a little bit last night. I think I worked on it some earlier in the week too. see if I can get it on the board. I nearly got everything on the board last night. There's 2 that aren't on the board. But this one will work just fine like this. I've got to finish up these 2 boards, making them look decent. But they are not. It is going to be the sweetest little piece. So I'm not halfway yet. When I get here, I guess my third, maybe a third way. But it is adorable. I love the colors. This is on my Seraphim Chai. And one of y'all, let me see who was sweet enough to tell me. One of y'all was sweet enough, and I'll find it who it was in a minute, that the Seraphim fabrics are still available on their website, that you can get them direct. And then I think they have them at Keepsake still, and they're fabulous. I mean, they have a nice feel to them. They really have a really nice feel to them. So, is that my garage door? I don't know. I don't know what's happening here today. So I have loved this one. It is very nice to stitch on. The only thing that's kept me from having this one finished is I'm stitching it off my iPad. And so that's an adjustment for me. It is easy though. It's an adjustment for my brain. So where I just, everything else in the bag, in my, in my project bag, like this is my beautiful one from Patty. She always makes me all the fabulous things. I don't have, my iPad's not in there. So then I'm like, oh, I don't have that one in there. So that is a bit of an adjustment for me. So that has slowed me down just a little bit on here, keeping it. Let me see. Oh, let me see. We got Kimi's ballet pictures this week. How can that be my bitty girl? I don't know. How can she be in double digits now? I don't know that either. I don't know how these things can be possible at all. These things are just amazing to me. Oh, and I'll show y'all this. We always say that CJ just looks like my daddy. So here is my daddy in his high school basketball picture, right here. And then I'm gonna show y'all CJ in January this year. And it is just amazing. How much they look like each other. We're always like they're mini-me's. Absolute mini-me's. Okay, now this is I made good progress on this. Oh, y'all are gonna be so excited. I was so excited. And this week I've left my needles in. I'm just like literally like some kind of a savage this week. Needles left in everything. Everything's like chaos. Maybe it's because I'm listening to Jurassic Park again. It is a favorite. I love Michael Crichton anyway, but I'm listening. So maybe that's why the chaos theory is reigning in my life. So this is my Dr. Maya Angelou by Salty Stitcher. This is the one I'm stitching for my maternal grandmother. And so I've got her name in up here, but I finished my words and then I've started down here. So, and I've started trying to graph her date of birth, which will be over here. But like I said, it's mayhem because I've got threads going everywhere. So all her words are finished. And then I started on the flowers down here. And that's not the end of the fabric. I've got it folded under. Don't let me give anybody a heart attack. But it is so, so, so beautiful. I love it. And like I said, then I'll have the date she was born, the date she passed, and then in this space here at the bottom, I will put her initials and my papa's initials and the date they married. But I'm gonna show y'all Anne finished hers, my sweet Anne, my sweet, sweet friend, finished hers for her mom. And hers is completely finished and framed. And let me find it on here. And she did such a gorgeous job. Always, like she always does. And she made hers into a little pillow. And so you can see her gorgeous mom right there. And then she had made hers into a pillow right there on the shelf above it. Her stitching is always absolutely exquisitely impeccable. What is all this? Lordy. So it is gorgeous and I love it. I love it into the little pillow and set up there. And it is just perfect. I love it. I think you did perfect, Anne. And as she did, I think she used the called fors. I think she used the called for colors, if I'm remembering right. But any of her stitching, I should show her when she shows her finishes. She sends me her finishes. I should remember to show them more than I do because they are absolute perfection. Perfection. And if anybody needs a model stitcher, and I don't know if Anne would be interested in that or not, but her stitching is absolutely exquisite. Absolutely exquisite. I'm sitting here volunteering her for things. She's probably going to kick me in the shin when I see her in April. But her stitching is absolute perfection. I'm not joking. Absolute perfection. It's gorgeous, and I can't wait to see her. I cannot wait to see her. Patty and I are going to see her and her friend in April on our way to Shepherd's Bush. And I am so excited. Oh no. Hang on, I'll lift something out. I told y'all chaos was ruling, and I have left this out of here. There we go. All right. Okay, who else? Oh, yeah. This one I need my big board for, though. Evidently I had more not on my board than I thought. I had three, maybe. Thought I did better than that last night, y'all. I tried to have everything together. But it's not that I could. What else do I got over here? Okay, Carol and Janet, both of y'all had wedding samplers you did for somebody, and then they got divorced, and then you don't know they didn't. Okay, this is my thing. I know that's a gift, but that is a gift that you should return. If somebody makes you a wedding sampler and you get divorced from said person, that is a gift that should be returned. If somebody makes you a wedding quilt and you get divorced from that person, you need to return that gift. You need to return that gift. Maybe not the quilt. I guess you might keep using that, but you're not going to use the sampler anymore. So return that to that person. Because I'm going to tell y'all, I told y'all I've done it. I have done it. I stitched one for somebody, and if I'm lying, I'm dying. They got divorced before I could get the sampler to them. No joke. And if I told y'all the reason why, y'all call me a liar. He wouldn't give her enough pocket money and went to eat ice cream at her favorite place without her. If I'm lying, I'm dying. And y'all see me still sitting here. If y'all think I did not take that person and rip them initials out, y'all are wrong, wrong, wrong. I ripped them initials right on out of there. Sure did. Washed it, set it out under the moonlight to get any bad juju out of it. And if y'all don't think I ain't superstitious like that, y'all wrong too. Set it out there, prayed over it, let it set out under the moonlight to get rid of any bad juju that might have been attached to that thing. Stitched some new initials in it and gave it to somebody, and they have been married now for many years. So there. So I think if people get divorced, you should ask them for it back. I'm going to need that wedding sampler back. I'm going to need you to return that on back to me. Just ask for it. Tell them you need it back. I don't think there's any shame in that. And it's heartbreaking. And I mean, I guess kids nowadays they think of literally, they get off of marriage like a dirty shirt. I mean, just, they're done. So ask for it back. Tell them you want it back. Oh, I heard you're getting a divorce. I'm going to need that wedding sampler back. Well, well, you have now. Just go and get it. I'm standing here on the doorstep. Go and get it for me. I'm going to wait right here. And just stand there till they hand it to you. No shame. No shame. No shame. That's too many hours to get thrown away. Too many hours. And like I said, clean it up real good. Set it out under the moonlight. Pray over it. Clean that thing up, all that bad juju, and send it on down the line to the next person. And if you don't think anybody else is worthy, just put your own stuff on there. Turn it into a baby sampler. Maybe we should just do birth samplers from now on. Everybody gonna get born. Everybody may not stay married. Maybe we should just do birth samplers from now on. Wedding samplers they ain't happening no more. Let's just, maybe we just say, we ain't doing those no more. Everybody's gonna get born. Everybody ain't gonna stay married. I don't know. Death samplers, they sound kind of morbid, but everybody gonna die. Everybody gonna get born. Everybody ain't gonna stay married. I'm just saying, maybe this is a frivolous thing for us. This is kind of like, those Harlequin novels my mama used to read all the time. These are just silly. Maybe we just need to recognize this as silly and just don't do them. Don't do them. Because it's just, nope. Let's just let that go. This is my We the People by Salty Stitcher Christy. I am loving it. I tell y'all every week. Because like I said, it is a good, solid, steady piece that you can just work on. And just not, because it's not a bunch of confetti stitching, right? So even when I'm tired at night, I will take, this is the last piece I'll stitch on before if I've had a really tired day. So I can stitch on it a little bit before I go to sleep. So I made good progress on my red line here this week. So this week I should finish this red line here. And hopefully either get some more of this done or start some more of my words. So y'all can see how my words are gonna look up here. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love the back stitching, what a big difference it made. You can see where it stops right over here and it's not down there. It just makes a huge difference. But I love this thing. We're hoping to finish it together at StitchCon. That's where we got it and started it when we came back. I adore it. And Christy has some new designs coming out. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait. But this one is fabulous. It is, I think all these so far today, no, not my Lucy V. Moore, but Love All Around and Dr. Maya Angelou are Ada friendly. We the People. Now here, if you're looking at it here, it is got over one stitching, but she has it charted in here. I wonder if there's a little piece I can show you. I don't know if there is a way to show it. She has it charted in here with back stitch on there. So it is Ada friendly, and she has charted it for you. You don't have to convert the chart. She has it charted in here for you to do the lettering Ada friendly in back stitch. So you don't have to worry about having to figure it out yourself. So she has stitched it inside here so that you can do the lettering Ada friendly also. So you don't have to worry. So this one is 100% Ada friendly. She also has all her charts available in PDF. I know some of y'all are not, which I don't know if you'd want to stitch with the people if you're not stateside, but maybe you would if you're, stationed off somewhere. But all hers are available in PDF because I know shipping for some of y'all is insane on things. So she does have PDF available on all her stuff. I have got her nautical chart in my stash to stitch. She has the new Maya Angelou coming out that has the butterflies, and I'm dying to start that one. When I finish my other Maya Angelou, I think I will start that one next and get it going because I love it. Her charts are also super easy to see. She makes them very big and easy to read. So I like that because by the time I get home at the end of the day, my brain is tired, my body is tired, and my eyes are tired too. Everything about me is tired by the time I get home. Them 3-year-olds, they be wearing me out. They are something else. They're hilarious and I love them, but man, whoo, they are busy. Busy, busy, busy. Now, I got started on I showed y'all last week, I started on the sword for my Nutcracker piece by Twin Peaks Primitives. Here. I love it. I picked it up at Stitcher-Con. They had it in thread pack and everything. They also had the fabric cut already available. I just wanted I told you I wanted a gray looking fabric because I wanted it to look cold. Because I always think the Nutcracker's always cold for me. So you get the snow falls on you and it's always cold when you go, and so mine had to be cold. It was even cold when I went to see it in Florida. I guess it's just meant for me to see it in the cold. I thought Ari and I was going to freeze to death getting back to the car. I think, Jonathan, y'all went the weekend. Did y'all go the weekend before? Or the weekend before? Or the day before, and it wasn't so cold. Did I say hello, Jonathan? But I can't remember if you and your dad went the weekend before or the day before. But when Ari and I went, and we went out that night to get in the car, it was absolutely frigid. And I was not prepared for that in Florida. I was thinking it was going to be warm, warm, warm all the time. Are you sipping? I'm having to be the water police. Okay, y'all, I'm about got it on there, I promise. Okay, here we go. So I started on the little sword here, and then I got his hand done, and I started on his purple sleeve, which that purple is gorgeous. And I've never stitched with this color before. It is Purple Majesty. And it certainly is. And I don't think it's picking up how gorgeous it is at all. It's just looking kind of dark. But oh, there you go. It is so pretty. It's going to be gorgeous as a whole coat. I am absolutely in love with this thing. I can't wait to have it finished. It'll go to Kimi. It's going to be Kimi's present. And then Chrissy has a big flamingo, as the girls used to call it when they were little. They called it the flamingo. And I think I'm going to stitch that one for Aria. Aria loves a flamingo. They love to go to the zoo and to the parks, and they had so much fun at Harry Potter Land, but she especially loves watching the birds and all the animals and things. So that one is making some decent progress. So, and like I said, it's super fun because as you finished each one of these small ones, you were, that was like a little mini finish. So it was super nice to be able to, oh yay, I gotta finish. So you felt like you had just like a nice little finish with each one of those little smalls. So that was fun. Let's see here if I can get it back in the bag. And let's see what else we have here. Oh, and okay, Peggy, the easiest way for me to, and I love that she said she decided to, because I encouraged her to go to the end of Evenweave, and she decided to go in to try her Evenweave. And I think everybody should try it. If you don't like it, you don't, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with Ada stitching. I just think it's fun to try new things, and that's just me. And then if you don't like it, then you don't ever have to do it again. But Evenweave, for me, the easiest way to understand it was like a tic-tac-toe grid. So you're here and you're here. And then, so you're stitching in the outside corners of your tic-tac-toe grid every time, like that. So your center of your tic-tac-toe grid is always empty. And the other two here are always empty. So the plus sign in the center of your tic-tac-toe grid is always empty. You're just stitching your four corners. So I hope that helps anybody. That was the easiest way for my brain to start thinking of it when I started stitching it a million years ago. Cindy. And yes, Cindy, I still think interchangeable wedding pieces is just a must. I think it just should be a thing. Julie, hello Julie. I was so excited to see your name down there. Oh my God, Julie is our sweet friend and she is amazing. She does the like the crafts and activities for her church ladies, and she made us these amazing little like photo binder they weren't binders, photo little journal things at Stitch West, and then we had each took a picture, and Patty printed them on her little, I'll bring it in here at some point, and on her little printer. And so we had a photo, we had a place to put each of our photos and each of our contact info. But she made them, she said she's made them at church with her, to show the ladies how to do, it's like a paper craft, but it makes like a little mini journal. And we put all our names and our contact info in it. It was super fun. She made such cute things and gave us his table gifts. That was part of our table gift. So I was so excited to see your name on there, Julie. Hello. Y'all, you make the best friends. You make the best friends at the cons. It's just the best. Stitch West, Stitch Con. I haven't been to any of the others. I would love to, make all of them someday. That would be like a fun bucket list, huh? Man, that would be the best bucket list of all time, I think. Grammy's Life, yeah, some of y'all's electric bill, I can't imagine, ain't no joke. I do not know with that cold weather y'all been having how them electric bills are coming out. And then I heard that some of y'all, Alabama or somewhere, y'all electric bill went up $100. Just everybody's electric bill went up $100, just all at one time. Everybody's went up $100 a month from now on, and that's a lot to adjust to too. I don't know. Yes, Carolyn, below 50 degrees is way too cold for me. If it's below 50, it's cold for me. Personally, that's cold. Oh, and Deb, okay, y'all, this is a genius idea. Oh, so she said to keep from putting too many hours into the wedding stitches. She does a small stitched wedding piece, and then she tapes cash on the back. So she just does a small wedding, like a little sampler or a little, I know, what is one of the ones I have? Oh my gosh, I can see it. Maybe it'll come to me in a minute, because I have one to stitch, and it's a small, and it has, it's specifically for weddings. And I did one for Shell and Trey, but it wasn't, I think I just converted it. I don't know that it was specifically for weddings. Maybe it was. And then she frames it, and then she puts just cash on the back. And I think that's genius. That's genius, because you have given something very personal, but you haven't put like a whole year into stitching on that thing. So that's genius, Deb. Genius. Oh, Susan, ain't that the truth? We don't go do fun stuff anymore. Yeah, we don't. And I don't know why, but I mean, even, like, man, we used to go to concerts, we used to go to shows, we used to go to music shows, even not concerts, even in small venues, and I loved it. But nowadays, I'm like, gosh, my friends will be going to a concert, and I'm like, oh, there's so many people in there. Yuck. And like, okay, back in my day too, concerts were like open air, right? The Coliseums were all open air and stuff, which I'm much more okay with. Because if you don't think I can't climb over your head to get out of that place, you are wrong. You're wrong. I will go over you like that third monkey trying to get on the ark. Don't even kid about it, okay? I have great survival instincts. I cannot do that if I'm closed up in a box of a Coliseum arena place. If it's closed up, I can't get out. I do not like that. I gotta be able to get free if I need to, okay? I don't like being shut up in anything with a lot of folks. I don't like being shut up in anything with just me, let alone a lot of folks in there sucking up all my air and being in my way. That is not for me. That is not for me. So I don't know if I think it's a combination. The way things are done has changed, one, and I have, instead of getting less crazy, I've just doubled down, okay? I'm just doubling down on my bet. I'm just doubling down on my crazy. I'm not backing off, okay? I'm not backing off. I mean, that's how we do things down here, all right? We don't try to hide our crazy. We just parade it down the street. Give it a sash. Give it a flag and a sash. It's a party. We ain't trying to hide nothing, okay? And I ain't either. I'm just not going there. I'm not, they'll say, oh, hey, we're going, and no. Y'all know I can't get out of there if I need to. They're like, what would you need to get out of there for? I'm like, y'all see them things on TV all the time. One of the people goes crazy in there and then they stomp each other to death trying to get out. No, ma'am. Not me. Not me. I'm not going there. So I'm not sure which it is, Susan. But yeah, we don't do near the fun stuff we used to at all. At all. I don't know. It may be me. It may be the situation. Oh, and Salty Stitcher did tell me that what the model she stitches and the model her mom stitch go with her trunk shows. So last week, which one I told you that they stitched at the shop they worked for, they stitched the models for their shop. And so Christy said that her model she stitches and that her mom stitches go with her trunk shows around to different shops. So thank you, Christy. I'm trying to get it all figured out. Oh, and Ginger said that her town has older twins named Reva and Neva. So I love that because you just don't hear Neva. I have a cousin named Neva, but only because she's named after my grandma. So I love that there was another Neva. I mean, I've heard other Novas, but I'd never heard another Neva, so I love that. And Paula, my big daddy, who I never met, he passed before I was born, but to Mommy, I knew his wife, which is a great grandma name. My mama dubbed her that. So my mama that I'm making my Maya Angelou sampler for, actually it's not technically a sampler, but her daddy was Big Daddy. And he was, from all accounts, a hoot. Absolute hoot. And he would come home and he would have, supposedly he would have candy and stuff in one pocket, and another pocket he'd have a snake. A little, not a snake that would hurt you, just a little, grass snake or little racer or something. And he would tell the kids to pick which pocket they wanted. And he would always try to get my grandma to pick first because, of course, she was the scarediest anyway. And then she had to close her eyes and everything to get whatever she'd picked, and then it would, be the snake. And so he was always a kidder and big trickster, but he found a baby squirrel and brought it home. The mom had got killed or something. The mom was dead. And so he brought it home, and, they fed it on a little dropper, and it lived. And so it was his buddy. It lived with them for years, and it went with him different places. So, and sometimes it would stay home, but it would go with him most of the time. And then at night, when they all went to bed, it would get in his coat pocket and sleep in his coat pocket right there. And then it would get back up, and start each day again. So Big Daddy did have a pet squirrel, so it does happen. Char, I don't know why I've written this, but I've written the number 4. Does that mean anything? Char, I figure I was about to write a whole sentence, but I just wrote a 4. I don't know. I hope that means something, Char. If not, tell me what I was supposed to finish. Pediatric cross stitcher. I am so sorry about all the fires. It is heartbreaking and horrifying all at one time. I can't imagine seeing that. I can't imagine being there. And I can't imagine settling back in with it having happened all around me. I mean, I know we settle back in with tornadoes and stuff, and maybe that's how y'all look at the fires. I don't know. But it is, I watched the news, and it was literally heartbreaking and just so scary. So we have been praying for all y'all out there with the fires and the floods, and it has been horrifying around here lately, all around the states and the globe. Oh, Carol, 8 sisters and no fighting is quite a feat. We had just my sister and I told y'all. She said they had 8 sisters and they didn't fight either. But now Daddy's rule was if we were even fussing with each other, we had to hug and kiss each other and say we were sorry and we loved each other. And so maybe that's why. Maybe that just broke you. Maybe a couple of times of that, and you're like, why even bother? I'm going to have to tell her I love her anyway. So maybe if y'all got some kids that fuss and fight all the time, maybe just try that. I don't know. I figured my kids might have bit each other's face off or something. I don't know. Mine were pretty feral. But, that was always the rule here. And my mom and them, like I said, they would divide up into, they had allegiances and alliances. And, it was insane. I can't imagine. But Carol said they didn't either. They didn't fuss like that. Okay, shares from last week are here somewhere. Heaven help us. We got such a mess. Okay. Shares from last week are the Piggy, Keith Susan Stone 2777. Keith Susan Stone 2777. And to get in on these shares, you just have to subscribe and like the video and use the keyword that we give. These are last week's. The Autumn Squirrel by Blue Flower is so cute. Paula P 1237. Isn't that thing cute? These are all adorable. This is Plum Street's Eat Crow. Oh, this would be such a great fall stitch. Plum Street Eat Crow goes to at K-State Stitcher Jamie H. At K-State Stitcher Jamie H. And I did not get mail done out this week yet, y'all. I'm going to hope to do that tomorrow. Plum Street Spring Has Sprung goes to Stitch and Frog. I love this. It's so cute. I have this in my stash. I have several of these. It's just crazy how much you end up. You're like, oh my gosh, got this in my stash, got this in my stash. And y'all are sweet enough to send these to share. I don't think, let's see here. And I have last week's that I haven't mailed out yet. These are over here. And then this week's, let me do these real quick, and then I'll leave y'all alone. So shares this week. I'm just gonna grab some more of these, y'all. Sweet enough to send. I have them right here at hand. Let's see. Let's do, this one's adorable. This is by Vintage Needle Arts, and this is so cute. You know, we're having all the sheep here. The sheep are dropping, and oh, let me see if I can find y'all, show y'all this. I don't think I showed y'all this last week. Did I show y'all this last week? Let's see. And of course, when you're looking for something, you can't find it. Oh, here. It's blurry, but Bebe's having to use the dryer. That one dropped on one of the days we were having the cold weather. So all the little baby lambs are dropping right now. So this one is Dare to Be Different. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, my writing like a crazy person. This is so cute. Dare to Be Different by Vintage Needle Arts. Use the word dare. Right here, dare. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this is one of the ones, I have used similar ones to this that have a good saying like this for, because we're coming up on that time, for graduation. And then I would put the, you know, their name and the school and the, you know, the year or whatever in here like that. Or just their name and the year or something, because this one, you don't even have to put that on there, but this is something that I like for as a graduation gift. Here again, this is something everybody does, we hope. We hope everybody graduates. You're not gonna get ungraduated. So this is another safe one to stitch. We're gonna do, let's see here. Oh my gosh, this one I love, and I think this one I have in my stash also. This one is Heartstrings Scary Sampler. I'm gonna hold it up close so y'all can see it a little better. Look at that border. Man, you could just be happy stitching the border alone. Look at the little black cat on top of the house. I love it. And the little skeleton. Oh my gosh, it's fabulous. It says, I will die here where I have walked, and I will walk here though I am in my grave. I love this. It's heartstrings. And we're gonna use the word, let's use the word sampler on this one. Okay, and let's see. I love this one. And now this one, they show it stitched on 40 count gauze. Of course, you could stitch it on anything else. I've never been brave enough to even consider stitching on gauze. It's so fine. This is Crooked Crown. It's so beautiful. I'm just gaping at it instead of turning it around so I can see it. It's called Crooked Crown by Erica Michaels. It is so pretty. And it says, be the woman who fixes another woman's crown without telling the world that it was crooked. I love this. Use the word crown for this one. All right, and who else? What else do we have here? Okay, we're gonna do the Halloween squirrel. Let me see. 2 days in a row, probably. Okay. We're gonna have a squirrel again this week. So this is Halloween Squirrel by the Blue Flower. This is adorable. Look at that, and look at the little squirrel. Isn't that so cute? He's trick-or-treated. I love this. I love the border. I love this vine over here. I mean, you could absolutely do just this little guy here. You could move him a little bit more to the center if you wanted to do just a little tiny ornament on your Halloween tree. This piece you could do like 50 different ways. You could just do this pumpkin. I mean, this is you could actually just do the little basket of acorns. You could just finish out the basket. I mean, man, this has a million different, you could literally do a whole Halloween display out of this one pattern. So use the word squirrel on this one. Halloween Squirrel by Blue Flower. It is so cute. Here's a little close-up of the little one. Look at that. Adorable. Adorable. So those will be the shares for next week. So be sure and use those keywords for the search for next week. And I think we've covered about everything. I think, maybe. And I'm gonna jump off here and try to get this uploaded before we have to head to the Heart Place to have his nuclear stress test done. And I'm gonna take some stitching, and I'm gonna take my word puzzles. I do, the New York Times word puzzles and Wordle and stuff every day. And I'm gonna take those with me and my Duolingo, and I'm doing all those while I'm waiting. So y'all have a happy Friday and a great weekend, and enjoy your stitching. Bye.